Okay guys, I am here. I am back home from school. It's Valentine's Day and I'm gonna get ready to embark on this really fun night I have planned. I'm going to go to a concert and then a nice fancy dessert afterwards, like a fancy restaurant, and I'm just gonna get like a dessert and a drink. And I'm really excited. So come alongside me on this journey of celebrating myself this Valentine's Day and enjoying my own company and just treating myself, even though I'm single. Like, we should all practice self-love and self-care and celebrate ourselves. So join me. Guys, I am set. My hair is done, my makeup's done, and I'm ready to go to the concert and dinner. Hello lovelies. Sorry, excuse the lighting because I'm in my car and it's night, so it's kind of dark, but I tried to brighten it the best I could. I'm here and I went to it was like a quartet concert. It was one of those candlelight concerts. It was a quartet in downtown and it was a lot of fun. I loved it. It was so sweet, so peaceful, and just really fun. They played a lot of they played love songs and things. It was really cool. I never listened to a quartet before live, and that was really cool. Just seeing how they followed each other's lead, and it just all flowed really cool. I don't know the exact terms when it comes to critiquing or talking about orchestra and classical music, but I love classical music and I really enjoyed it. It was funny because when I was walking in, the lady was scanning my ticket. She was like, "Are you here by yourself?" I said, "Yeah," and she was like, "Yep, I love that. I'm here for it." I was like, "Thank you." And then another lady complimented me and said I looked really pretty, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so sweet," you know. Little things like that I just enjoyed, and it was interesting because I was sitting there just listening to the music and everything, and I could just feel this sense of warmth and peace, God, you're with me, even though I don't have a date and I'm going out of my comfort zone and treating myself and enjoying all these different things that you usually would enjoy with another person. It's amidst all of that, I'm not alone. God is with me and is there with me and is celebrating right along with me, experiencing these wonderful things right alongside me. And I think that's just so cool how he kind of just surrounded me with his peace and his presence, and I've been able to see him in all the little things tonight. I'm kind of just chilling here waiting in my car because I didn't realize how early we were gonna get out. I guess the concert was only about an hour, literally just an hour, but I set my reservation in case it was 2 hours, and then also with traffic because downtown was very busy. So I have like about an hour or so, more like 40 minutes. I have about 40 minutes to kill before my reservation, which I'm really excited about because this is like a fancy restaurant, and I'm just gonna get like a dessert and a drink, but I'm really excited because one, I bet it's gonna taste good, and two, from like I've seen pictures of the restaurant and it looks really pretty, so I'm really excited about that. Originally my reservation, I had it set for like to sit on the patio, which was really pretty, but it's February and it's like 40 something degrees outside, so I'm gonna see if I can change that because that I am gonna be freezing and I don't want to be freezing. So I would love to enjoy just the vibes and scenery, and who knows. So I'm really excited about that. But so far so good. So far I've really enjoyed tonight and definitely want to do it more often. I definitely want to be more intentional about taking care of myself and celebrating myself. And when I say taking care, not just, you know, like hygiene, sleep, mental health, like more than that, in the sense of like going out of my way to treat myself. And it doesn't always have to involve money. It can be something as simple as you go to the park and go for a walk in the park, or maybe you go on a picnic, or just listen to music in nature, or who knows, go to a museum. Like all these different things. There's so many different things you can do for free or for cheaper, and just enjoy myself, enjoy my own company, and know that like I'm worth getting to know, I'm worth learning more about. I should learn more about myself and take time to spend time with myself. I feel like in this generation, when it comes to like social media and just the pressures of being in a relationship and all this different stuff, it can be kind of hard to be by yourself, especially when battling mental health and just all these different anxious thoughts and comparison and worry and everything in between. And so setting aside time to get to know yourself is very beneficial, and can make it a lot easier to sit in the silence and sit by yourself sometimes. So, and it also makes for cool stories. Because now I can say that I've taken myself out on a date before and that I've gone to a candlelight concert. So that's all I have for right now. Is honestly, it's been wonderful so far, and I've really enjoyed it, and I highly encourage you guys to do it as well. It can feel uncomfortable, and you might even feel a little bit of like imposter syndrome of like, oh my gosh, like I'm doing these like nice things or like fancy things or romantic things, and it's like I'm not in a relationship, or I'm not that rich or have that money or have that status. And it's like, no, you can still enjoy it, you still deserve it. Like, walk in there with confidence, knowing that you are worthy, you are loved, you are seen, and none of those other things matter. Like, at the end of the day, it's who you are on the inside. Like, connections and money and all that stuff can be nice, but it's not long lasting. So you are beautiful just the way you are. Hey guys, I am back home. Tonight, the whole like self-love, going out on like a solo date was honestly pretty amazing. Definitely a core memory, I would say. The quartet concert was amazing. Absolutely loved it. Then dinner after. I made it there and it was really fancy. I loved it. I never done valet parking before and got to do that. It was really just smooth and nice. The decor and everything was really cool. There's like seating outside and there's greenery, and then inside it's like very like dim lit, very intimate. There's like candles on the table, which was really sweet and cool. And they sat me down at this like small little table. It could like seat two, like one right here, one like across from you. But of course it was just me. And then I got to sit next to this really sweet couple who I got to talk to throughout my meal, which was really cool. And then we talked about like our meals and stuff, and like I got the same dessert they did. It was like this chocolate cake thing, which was really tasty and apparently had like 14 karat gold flakes on it, which is kind of bougie, but really nice. Overall, it was just a really cool night, and my waiter was nice, and I also got like a mocktail that tasted really good. I think the biggest thing, or one of the biggest things of the night, was that as I'm sitting there waiting for my check and like have my to-go boxes ready, because of course I want to share with my parents some of the fun food, really good food that I got. As I'm waiting for my check, my waiter comes back and says that my meal was covered. It was completely paid for and I don't have to worry about anything, and the valet was free, I guess. And I literally like got in my car and was on my way home, and my eyes just filled up with water, because throughout the night, like, God showed up in little ways. It was like I knew God was with me. I could feel his presence, and I knew that he was in the midst of it all. And almost like he was like, even though I was alone, it's like God was taking me out on a date, so to speak. And it was just precious. And seeing him and all the little things of like a random stranger like complimenting me and saying that I look pretty or beautiful, or that they like my bracelet, or just the conversation of like having somebody to talk to while I'm eating out, having my meal paid for, valet opening my door for me, like somebody taking my picture, like all these different things, just almost like God's little whispers of like, I'm here, I see you, and I love you, and you're not alone. Even though you may not be in a relationship, even though you don't have someone physically here to share this night with, it's like I am right there with you in the midst of it all, and am experiencing this with you. And I think that's so cool. And gosh, I'm at a loss of words of like how to describe it. It's like, I just remember sitting there. I think I talked about this earlier, but I just remember sitting there, sitting there in the concert, and even at the dinner too, just feeling like this sense of peace and joy and contentment. Contentment is the word. Like, gosh, I can't believe I'm here. Like, even though I'm by myself, I am having so much fun right now. Just enjoying my own company, just being present in the moment. Granted, it's not easy of like getting out of your comfort zone and like going out at night by yourself, or like on Valentine's Day when you see all the other couples, or you're sitting there alone at a restaurant, and like it's weird because it's like I don't really have somebody to talk to, so like I don't really know what to do. Do I just go to my phone? Do I just like look around? Like, all that aside, it's honestly so rewarding and was just amazing. And I really encourage you guys to do the same, to get out of your comfort zone, to go and spend time with you, and treat yourself. Don't be afraid to experience things alone. And I guess the biggest thing is like, my biggest takeaway from tonight is the fact of God loves you and sees you. It's like you hear that of like, God loves me, God sees me. It's like, okay, I understand, like that's a truth that we're constantly exposed to, but I think tonight it like solidified it for me of like, no, like God sees you and is intimately acquainted with even the small things. Like, my eyes are filling up with water now. Like, even the small things of getting flowers or chocolate, even the small things of like somebody opening up your door or complimenting you, a stranger complimenting you, or getting tickets to see a concert. Like, all these little things, these little joys that we have about life, even like love songs, like all these things, these romantic, whimsical things, like we kind of think that God's only in the church, or like, you know, all these ministry or like church related things. It's like God sees it all, and God cares for it all. He cares for what you enjoy, what you care about. He cares for the fact that you like to create things, that you like to draw, or he cares for the fact that you have a passion for music, or this is your favorite song, or the fact that you really like this food, or that you have this friend. Like, all the little details about us, God cares for them and sees them. And you can even in the Bible it talks about how like he knows the hairs on our head, like the number of hairs on our head. And it's like, that's such a like random and seemingly minute detail, but he knows it and is intimately acquainted with it. And tonight just reminded me of that, of like, God sees you, and even in the small little ways, he's there and can speak to us. I think so often we try to look for God in these like really big grand gestures, but sometimes he speaks to us in the whispers. Sometimes it takes us getting out of our comfort zone. One season might look like you feel like you hear God this way, and then the next season it's something different. And it all boils down to relationship, because that's the reality of like, we're in relationship with him. And yeah, God loves us. God sees you. He wants to have a relationship with you. He's pursuing you. I don't know who needs to hear this. If you're a young woman out there like me who maybe has never been in a relationship, or you've had struggles with relationships in the past, or haven't had the best relationship with your father, your earthly father, know that God sees you and that he's pursuing you, like actively. As I am speaking, he is pursuing you and loves you and wants to have a relationship with you and knows you. Like, it brings him joy to get to know you. It brings him joy to be with you. And I want you to believe that, like truly, truly believe that. And that's something that God's working on that in my heart, and is something that I would say I've definitely experienced tonight, is being seen, being loved, and being pursued by God. That's my story. This is how my solo Valentine's Day 2025 went. Thank you guys for joining me. I will definitely do this again. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.